When Utah Mormon icon Mitt Romney took the stage in March to denounce Donald Trump, it was almost as if he was speaking on behalf of all Utahns.
Donald Trump is a phony, a fraud. His promises are as worthless as a degree from Trump University.
Although Utah is pretty much as red of a state as it gets, the prevailing sentiment against Donald Trump here is not a kind one. And most of the people I spoke to were Republicans. One word to describe Donald Trump. What would you say?
Jerk, honestly.
It's just a loose cannon.
Donald Trump is terrifying.
He's bombastic, power hungry,
self-interested. I feel like he has another agenda.
In the country's Mormon homeland, where 65% of the population belongs to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or the Mormon Church, religious freedom is not something to be messed with, whether you're a Mormon, a Catholic, or a Muslim.
I think with the banning of Muslims, it's completely biased. Of course, ISIS is going to be a problem, but that doesn't mean every Muslim out there is a problem.
As a minority group, Mormons have been historically discriminated against and persecuted for their religion. In its early days, the governor of Missouri called for all Mormons to be exterminated or driven from the state. It's part of a history of expulsion, migration, and prejudice that still looms large even today, with nearly half of American Mormons saying they still face a lot of discrimination in the United States. It's also why, unlike the 30 conservative states that have been battling to refuse resettling any Syrian refugees, Utah's Republican governor was an outlier by opening the state's doors to those fleeing Syria. Declaring in a statement, Utahns are well known for our compassion for those who are fleeing the violence in their homeland, and we will work to do all we can to ease their suffering without compromising public safety.
The Lord has made it clear that one of the great responsibilities of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is that we are to feed the hungry and the poor. We're to reach out and take care of them.
So when Donald Trump took the stage on March 23rd to declare a ban on all Muslims,
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
It did not sit well with most Utahns, like Professor William Hayes Pingree.
I do. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is filled with people who are refugees, people who are poor in third world come into our church. The second counselor in the first presidency of the church today, his name is Dieter Uchtdorf. He was a refugee in World War II. So we have really a sensitive spot for people who have lost things, lost homes. In our history in the past, Mormons were persecuted and driven from their homes. So this idea of banning religion is not very popular here.
Even the Mormon Church, which historically doesn't involve itself in politics, issued a statement following Trump's announcement in favor of religious freedom, which many saw as an indirect blow to Trump, going as far as citing their prophet, Joseph Smith, who said, "If it has been demonstrated that I have been willing to die for a Mormon, that I am just as ready to die in defending the rights of a Presbyterian, a Baptist, or a good man of any denomination. It is a love of liberty which inspires my soul, civil and religious liberty to the whole of the human race."
America is America because the founders weren't allowed to practice the religion of their choice. That's what this nation was built on. So if we don't provide that same safe haven, we become a nation that's the definition of hypocrisy.
And it looks like Trump may pay the price on Election Day, with Utah's very own potential conservative savior, who also happens to be a Mormon, independent candidate Evan McMullin, surging in the polls.
The reality is that Donald Trump is a terrible candidate. He's alienated so many Americans. We believe that it's time for a new conservative movement that will welcome people of all faiths and genders and races into the conservative movement. That's the kind of leadership we need, leadership that acknowledges that all men and women are created equal and that we all have a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The Republicans have gotten away from these truths and foundational principles. We aim to restore them.